Hello, I am Adalberto Cervantes, the creator of the ERP technology and the business database stolen by SAP Oracle, mainly in Pemex. So my technology was given by Pemex to these companies, and they have it using since more than 25 years. But in order to not persuade the legal situations that involves this stealing of technology, I was attacked in certain way with the judicial and justed processes. Suddenly, I mean, for example, a gun stalker working in Pemex was fired. A Jew Christian Illuminati. His name is David Ramirez Moreno, and in certain way we start talking, and we bought a company called Gadiza Computación SADCB, and after he made an accounting and fiscal fraud. Okay, so even my PhD thesis, I had to consider all these legal situations as a creator of the ERP technology and business database. So definitely I was ready to put in jail this guy in Delegación Gustavo Madero. My case was sent to the juez primero penal de la Ciudad de México, but this guy, because there are a lot of gaps, I think that he paid to the judge. Then it is like a Muslim. We have a lot of notaries and judges, and there are not Mexicans, I think. So after that, I make my claim to the Sala Primero Penal in Mexico City as well. But the ministers of the judges were laughing at me. Why? Because all the legal, all the judicial, all the legal system in Mexico, they got a meeting and they said that they would not continue with my legal case. So it was incredible, because they were protecting a gun stalker. So these guys that they are doing the bank robs in Pemex, I think that there are a lot, but he was protected. Okay, maybe he might be a Jew. Okay, so definitely what we can see is that these laws were so old. I think that they were done with Porfirio Diaz before 1910. So they were not updating the laws, and because of that, there are no protections really that even can fit my technology. I think that it's happening the same in the United States at this time, but in Mexico they are doing the knowledge transfer. So from Mexico, the Jew Christian Illuminati, to the United States, to the Jew Christian Illuminati. I think that that's a fact, especially in real estate. Okay, and as a U.S. citizens, we have to understand all this situation, because really these secret societies of Jew Christian Illuminati are even advisors of politicians like the Clintons. So it seems that they want to put us in the Babylonian structure that is well known in Mexico. You know, the rich people, the regular people. As a consultant, I used to work for the elites as well, or to work with the elites at the same time, and I know them. There are Jews, there are Catholics, Opus Dei. Okay. I have the following case that I had was a stolen van of the company Gadiza Computación SADCB by a CIA agent. When I was already related as a contractor for the DEA, the American embassies know my case perfectly, so they investigate me, and they know that I am the ERP creator and also the business database creator, because basically all this intelligence in Mexico are related with the oil. Okay, so I wasn't working in the Mexican Petroleum Institute. This technology was stolen at the Mexican oil company Pemex, so they already know all this situation. There are a lot of Jew, Christian, Illuminati in Mexico related with all these bad businesses. I have the opportunity to get married with an American, and I moved to the States, and I have to do the immigration process. Okay, so I was living with my wife in Mexico City, and after we moved to the States. So I have all my cases, but suddenly I was attacked in certain way in Nashville, Tennessee, and I had to go to bankruptcy, and involves Mexico and involves the United States at the same time, as you know, in a bankruptcy process. So I had to do that in order to protect my interest, because I had my first real estate fraud. Okay, and the U.S. government knows about that perfectly as well. And after I have a second real estate fraud in San Antonio, Texas, and also the U.S. government knows about that. So in all these cases, the CIA, the Bush, the Gortari, and Secretaría de Gobernación are involved. So you can imagine my situation. Okay. As you know, I started a criminal suit at this time as well in Mexico City, but of course there is a notification also to the American Embassy in Mexico City, and as well as different authorities and agencies in United States, as well as in international case, because this is a worldwide fiscal and account fraud. So my suit is against the SAP, Oracle, and the partners, and I have been having all the evidence for this situation. Even I turned the red alert of terrorism in the U.S. Embassy in Mexico City after I was attacked by gun stalkers related with Infosys technology in Monterrey, Mexico. Since then, I have been a target individual. So that's involved, and then after passing to a surgery in the Sparrow Hospital, they had been monitoring me the 24 hours, 365 days a year. So for me, this situation is really amazing. Okay, basically because what I notice is that these Jew Christian Illuminati are trying to force me to work in other areas that are not the ERP technology, are not the business database technology. Also, they want to delay the legal process directly to SAP, Oracle, and the partners at this time. So in this year I have the opportunity to do it, but this case involves also labor processes, and I have with the Procuraduría de la Defensa del Trabajo at the level of federal and also state level. against companies like Infosys Technologies that involves even the IMSS, that is the social security system that we have in Mexico for corporates, for companies. And as well I have a company called Tech McKinley. So basically these Indian companies are completely breaking the laws in Mexico and United States, so they can work with any problem doing the accounting and fiscal frauds. And because they are Indians, are not Mexican, are not Americans, they think that they are protected totally legally, and in certain way that's the truth. Okay, because I have noticed in Mexico and United States that no results at all. So this situation is totally irregular. Okay. How the legal situations? I have been on all the legal situations. Two civil cases in the case of Galiza Computaciones SADCB against David Ramirez Moreno, and I won practically the two criminal cases against him also with the Juez Primero de lo Penal in Mexico City and Sala Primero de lo Penal in Mexico City as well. But because these gaps of annual laws from Porfirio Diaz, I couldn't have this guy in jail, so he didn't pay me anything. Okay, I lost money and also time during the legal processes, but definitely in this case I learned a lot, and then I started working with my PhD thesis, and basically using my master degree thesis that was stolen by SAP and Oracle. I did a breakthrough using integrated all the legal system. So I think that my technology, the ERP technology and the business database, assimilate in certain way all these legal situations. You know that the jurisprudence are not really science. Okay, and they can be added also to my technology to make it sciences as well. At this time it is possible to do it, but I think that it's not going to be done in Mexico, because Mexico is working in a Babylonian Jew Illuminati structure, politically, socially and economically. United States has the opportunity to break this situation, I think, that with Donald Trump. So I see the possibility to make it happen in certain way, to have this technology implemented, because right now both legal systems, the US system and the American system, is not working well because of all this infiltrant of Jews in the upper position at corporate and at government. But these changes can be done in a proper way. Okay, to have this to make it work against the legal system. This is really possible to do it. But of course we need to start with someone that in a certain way start breaking with this satanic system that we are right now involved. I don't know if it is going to be possible, but I think that I have a faith, and with Trump we can have these changes, definitely. And The CIA mainly, but of course with other agencies like the FBI, Secretary of Gobernación, even the president. It was involved Obama with Clinton and as well Calderon mainly. They put me in mental hospital several times, but in a short time period. So we're talking same day they put me in one, and the same day they put me in another one, etc. Even the San Antonio police made two big mistakes. One of them was with the help of the mental hospital, they electroshocked me in my brain, and after when I wake up I was already inside the mental hospital. So it was one of them. So I know exactly who they are. And second, one of the San Antonio police beat me in my face to get me into another mental hospital. So it was ridiculous, this situation, because basically I was reporting and I was followed since I turned on the red alert of terrorism in Mexico City. So they know perfectly well this situation, and the legal system in Mexico and the legal system in the United States, it is protecting me, because the U.S. Embassy was American territory, no Mexican territory. So there were a lot of guys of PGR, Federales, and others follow me to kill me, and they entered to the U.S. Embassy. So that's why there was a turn on red alert of terrorism in Mexico at the U.S. Embassy in Mexico City. So all this situation involves a lot of judges as well at the hospitals, because I explained this situation to them and they don't want to believe me, as well as doctors. So I can see in several hospitals that most of the doctors, they are working for this Illuminati. So it seems that these pharmaceutical companies and all this structure of hell, basically they want us to be sick, okay? And when they have a guy like me against the Illuminati, they try to hurt you. For example, in a hospital, I report to the 911 that in one hospital there was a floor mainly to kill senior citizens. I think that because of their insurance, the life insurance, and as well as me. And I report to the 911. A San Antonio police came to that floor. He told me that he was scared to have the guy that was not even working at that hospital. Some staff of that hospital interviewed this guy to try to know who was he. So they didn't. He didn't tell them how he was in that particular floor. But I know exactly that floor in that particular hospital are related with the killings of the Illuminati. Basically to have life insurance, to kill some people than are jetting them. Okay, that is my case in this case. So all these reports are in the 911 in San Antonio, Texas. The federal, the state, and the county authorities are involved in all this situation, because everybody of them knows that. So at this time, I think that my criminal suit and all my legal cases are really blocked by Obama. But Obama is not going to be anymore in the presidency, because I think that it's going to be replaced by Donald Trump. I really hope so. Then he might be our next president. He's going to be, and all my cases definitely will have to be open to put in jail a lot of guys that are involved. So all my judicial process is like a domino at this time. So many people are really scared, even the Rothschilds and others. Because of this situation, I have been waiting, but I have been recording, as you know, several videos. Then you can see more details of this situation, and I have even websites with my cases, and you can review. But anyway, the control of these satanic governments and are really, my technology is right now like an earthquake for them. Okay, they are really shaking, and this is going to continue until the end of them, because what is happening in my situation is breaking a lot of laws, and we know right now how you are operating in all senses. And of course, this situation is not only involve my personal situation, but others as well. So I can assure you that you are not going to escape at all of this situation. This is a mathematical approach that you were not imagined since the creation of the humanity. God bless everybody, and be careful with these secret societies. God bless you.